right, my homosexuals, we got a bit of an experience today. This is not a session I thought I would be having right now with how physically peaked I am. Because when I say that, it takes a lot for me to say that I am legitimately physically peaked, let alone to put it in a YouTube title. Like, it means that I genuinely feel it, that I mean it, that I know exactly where I'm at. And today that was not the case. If you saw my little post on the community tab, I genuinely, just like most injuries now, because I've been doing this so long, that injuries are never actually due to bad form or going too heavy. It's normally just a buildup over time that eventually becomes too much, and my body just needs a little break. As long as I give it that break, and I'll be fine. And last week, I felt it at work originally. It just, out of nowhere, I had a great workout. It was when I was getting back to feeling really, really good. Probably around like my big clean and jerk workout a little over a week ago. And I work 12-hour night shifts at the hospital. So we're rounding on our patients every 15 minutes, meaning I'm getting out of a chair, walking down hallways, checking on my patients every 15 minutes throughout the night when my body's supposed to be resting. Now, of course, I still get enough sleep throughout the day when I get home from work, but it pushes your body a bit in a way that you wouldn't really expect. And I don't know if it's from that combined with the lifting or if it was just the lifting, but either way, what caused it really doesn't matter. It's what I'm going to do to get over it. But my right calf pulled. Not hard, it was just it was like a hard strain, So I had a rest day, took 2 days off, felt fine, hit my amazingly heavy snatch day the other day. If you saw it, I was on top of the world. I was a different fucking beast that day. It really kept reaffirming to me how peaked I was and how much the training's been adding up and becoming more and more worth it. And I was like, okay, well, feeling great. Calf is all good. It's fine. If it's just a muscle deal, I'll take it. Because my knees are back at 100%, I'd say. I at least damn near close. I'm still going to keep doing the rehab to make sure I stay on top of it to keep that strength in the long term. But I'm feeling as confident as I've ever been. Now, what I didn't expect was the day after that snatch day. Again, I really do not believe this was because of the heavy snatch day. I think it happened at the same time as my calf, and it just hadn't built up until that next day. But if you're looking at your right leg, it's the quad muscle that wraps around the left side of that right knee. Around there, it was also strained. Not as hard as the calf was. It was pretty baby strain. Just enough to not want to push the squats heavy, because I was supposed to do 3x4 at 405 pretty confidently, and I'll tell you what, I was ready for it. I was very excited even today. So I was like, okay, I don't want to fuck up. I'm going to be wise and learn from my previous experiences and just take the day, because resting through genuine physical pain is a necessity. The only time I tell people that you have a genuine excuse to miss the gym, unless you have something that you absolutely cannot miss or something that you absolutely have to show up for in your personal life. Because when it comes to, stuff in my personal life, work, social life, school, bad mindset, shitty day, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to the gym if I don't have something absolutely dire that I have to show up to. That's just me. Because if I'm physically okay, it's just a fucking mindset. And that's why we do this positive self-talk. It gives us a way to rant with positivity. It gives you a good sense of productivity afterward, instead of just ranting with no purpose and training a negative mindset. And so I gave it the day, because if I'm feeling in physical pain and I feel like it's going to potentially injure myself, it's not worth it. It never is. So I take the day, and I feel great. Wake up this morning, the strain's gone. Even right now, as I went through the workout, it got better. I felt great. Going through the power clean and jerks, I'm happy to say I'm still fucking peaked. Genuinely. If you saw last week, I was fucking pushing through as hard as I can, doing 265 for 3 triples on clean and jerk. That's heavy shit. That's, for me at least, that's me getting back to where where my strength used to be before my knee imploded. And today, going to 255 for 3 doubles, even though the volume's less, man, 10 pounds below what I was struggling even on the first working set to clean and jerk last week, and the jerks were feeling amazing. I told you guys last week, I feel like, or the other day, I had that last rep where I really feel like I figured out my split jerk, where instead of flaring my elbows as high as I can to enforce a maximized stability that I was not as confident in today, like I learned from that last clean and jerk rep last week, I just kept, I wanted to imagine what the front squat would feel like. And I don't flare my elbows on a front squat. At least I don't over flare them. I just get that big breath into my diaphragm and hold my lats in and my delts in as hard and as tight as I can. And keeping that identical form to my front squat allowed me to just push the bar straight over my head in what felt like the most simple, easy, perfect bar path I could imagine. And every working set at 255 felt fucking easy. But here comes the issue. As always, there's always another issue. The moment you get good and you start superseding your limits, your body says, nah, you're getting too good. Let's take a fucking minute to rest again. Every time I fully extended or locked out my leg on the right leg, there was discomfort. There was not pain, mind you, but I've dealt with this before. I know what injury feels like. I am experienced enough to know my limits. And I know what an impending injury feels like. Every time, no matter what. I always know what that shit feels like because I've been there too many times not to understand it and not to realize where I'm at physically, you know? I was trying to do my back squats because I felt fine up to that point, but a couple reps on the 255 did feel a little weird when I caught the bar on my delts, and I could already feel it on the bar, you know. I only went up to 135, and it was so uncomfortable. And it's more than that. It's the moment your body realizes it needs that rest and recovery and rehabilitation, it's pretty much over, you know. Your fortified mentality is going to diminish really quickly because your body knows it cannot go that heavy that day. You know, your body will be honest to you. This is what I mean when I say to listen to your body no matter what. It doesn't mean to PR all the time when you're feeling good just because you feel like it. It means to understand your limitations and adhere to them because you're human. And I was humbled today. I was really excited to get back into it and hit 4 plates for the first time confidently, probably since my knee got fucked up. You know, I've hit it a couple times on some recovery weeks in the past 5 months, but nothing on an actual program, you know, and I was ready for it. I guarantee you it probably would have flown, but shoulda, woulda, coulda is not in my vocabulary. It's at the very least, I was able to lift today. My power clean and jerks is peaked. My form feels amazing. My split jerk has never been so on point. Even though it doesn't feel good and I have to give it some rest time now, my squats are amazing. You know, I've truly made insane progress, especially with my front squat. You know, I'm finally getting that strength back. But I know for a fact that there is a potential impending injury. Even if I'm able to work through it and there's actually no injury, I've got that deja vu. I've got that intuition, that lifter's intuition, where I've been here, man. When you've gone through it, when you've truly gone through a horrible injury, PT'd it, and done the full 360 back to where you used to be, you'll know. People always ask me, how do you know you're injured? How do you know when to take time off? You'll know. It sucks because you're really not going to know until you get that experience personally, because every coach is just going to tell you what they felt from their own perspective. But just like how we learn these lifts, everybody learns how to go through injuries differently because your body's unique to no one but yourself. And I was sitting there, and this is something that I've truly learned through this, and I've known this, but you got to remind yourself sometimes, is the truth that your mind and your body tries to deny the most is more than likely the one that you need to tackle first. You know, it's the one that takes the highest level of prioritization. You know, I wanted to go to the gym so bad yesterday, and I really didn't want to take a day off, but it just didn't feel good enough. And even today, I really wanted to squat, especially after pushing through the power clean and jerks. But the moment I finished, I already knew. You know, there was no question in my mind that was where it needed to stop. That was where the ego needed to be put to bed, because as much as I wanted to deny it and project and negatively reinforce my own strength, I know my limitations. I know what my body's capable of. I know how I'm supposed to feel when I do this with utmost amount of passion. And I'm telling you now, I've never been more physically confident. And it's all the more reason to take the time that I need to relearn how to use this body of mine, you know? Especially when you've had to rehab one half of your body for so long. Now, don't get me wrong. When my left knee got hurt, the entire past 5 months, I've trained both knees equally, you know? I may have gone a little bit more on my left, but I've normally stayed very, very equal in balance when it came to how I train them, because you don't want to get an imbalance when it comes to your main muscle groups. But that doesn't mean that my mind-muscle connection wasn't trained better on my left, because I was focusing so hard on getting my left side strengthened and getting that mind-muscle connection fortified to the best of my abilities. The mind-muscle connection on my right just might not have been up to par for what I needed it to be at for this program. And that's just how it is sometimes, you know? You fuck up one side, you get back to peak strength, and then your right side doesn't have that mind-muscle connection or that confidence to keep up. And that's okay. Truly, I told you guys, even if I can't do the weight or if I get injured again, the worst thing I can do is stop trying, you know? I gotta give it my all. I gotta give it what I am capable of, you know? For the potential of my future, you know? To reach that highest level of passion available in my lifetime, because we don't got a long time to do this shit. You know, I'm 21, I'm young. I got a lot of time, I know that. But that time, although vast right now, is going to run out pretty quickly, no matter how much I want it to stick around or not. So, here's the plan. As much as it pains me, as much as the program has been absolutely unstoppable lately, we're gonna stop it. Oh man, it hurts to say, but it's reassuring. The moment you accept the hard truth that your brain's trying to deny the hardest, it's very reassuring. You know, your body will be so happy with you when you give it that time to rebuild. Because I've stopped myself now, even though the ego was high and I really wanted to kill it and crush it. Stopping myself now is going to give me the most efficient comeback that I can wish for, you know? Because who knows? I might be fine in a week or less. You never know. But as it stands right now, my left leg is back at 100%, and now my right leg is going down the tubes. And that's just life sometimes. You do your best. Doesn't work out the way you expected it to. You work with what you got. You play with the cards that life's been given to you, and you make the most of it with the best passion that you have, so that when you get back to that good, positive, productive point that you wanted to have that high hope for in the first place, you can really take advantage of that opportunity while you've got it, you know? Even though my strength was only peaked for a short amount of time, that doesn't mean that it wasn't worth it. So, at the very least, I'm going to keep doing my best, and for the next however long, just probably a couple weeks, I'm going to do some more accessory type days. I'm going to keep my bench going a little bit heavier than normal just because it's pretty peaked right now and I don't have any issues with my upper body. But other than that, light Olympic lifts. I'm going to only squat to 90 degrees again so that I don't get that full compression on my knee that's been hurting. It's more behind my knee that hurts the most. But we're just going to see what happens. We're going to get there. And that's just what it's about. And I'll keep you guys updated. You know that. We're going to get there one way or another. But I appreciate you all hanging out, hearing me yap, for doing my thing, you know. But we're going to be good. We're going to be fine. We'll get there at some point. And, you know. Yeah. Fuck off! My roommates just showed up. God damn it. This is what I get for spewing my heart out. Right when you get vulnerable, people laugh at you, but we love it. Stop fucking staring at me! Oh, shit. That's what it means to have some good friends, man. Oh shit, sorry. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to bench press tomorrow no matter what. I'm probably just going to keep doing the normal workouts. Like tomorrow's supposed to be pause snatch and bench press. Oh, pause snatch and pause bench press, actually. So I'll probably just do that. Just keep the Olympic lift light. Do more technique work. On my bench press, I'll just do it. Feels good and fun. On my other than that, it's kind of just going to be mostly accessories afterward. You know, I put them in the video today just so that you would get a little glimpse of what I'm going to be doing. But sled pulls are great. Just any kind of extension of behind my knee, calf raises, leg extensions, hamstring curls, stuff like that. You know, we'll feel it out. We'll get there at some point. But I love you guys. Oh no, I don't love you yet. Real quick before I go, god damn it. Physically, just because of all this shit, I'm still feeling at a solid 8. I'll leave it there because power clean jerks were great. I'm just too limited today to push the weight. So it's fine. We'll get there. Mentally, 8.6. I don't mean to rush that. I just fully forgot. We're going to be fine. We're going to get there. It'll be great. Whatever. Regardless of all the shit, I'm happy with the progress, and I am more confident than I've ever been that I will bounce back twice as fast. So I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. See ya. Shit.